Well, howdy diddly dandy there, chums. 'Tis I, Captain of the Steves, and today, chums, I'm over on the Game Awards website. Yeah, and we can now vote on the nominees. And there's 2 nominees for No Man's Sky inside of here. So let's jump on over to the Tinterweb, shall we? And let's hit the Vote Now button. Now, something I would like to point out, chums, is if you are coming here using Firefox, it crashes. Oh, unable to load nominees. Try again later. It doesn't even get this far on Firefox. I'm actually on Edge right now, and it does seem like the website itself has issues. But there are 2 nominees for No Man's Sky right now.
The nominees
are
Best
Final
ongoing
Fantasy
game, 14, Fortnite, Helldivers 2, Marvel Rivals, and No Man's Sky.
No Man's
For
Sky.
Best Mobile Game, the nominees are Best Community Support celebrates
There we
game
go.
developers
There's the
who
second
continually
nomination.
and transparently engage, support, and respond to their players. This year's nominees are Baldur's Gate 3, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, Helldivers 2, and No Man's Sky. Your nominees for games.
Sadly, chums, I can't actually get logged in to this site no matter what browser I use, and I have found that there is a Reddit mega thread on this, and there's a lot of people. I'm not alone. There seems to be a issue, like a big issue. Yeah, the website is completely kaputicated, people. It's a bit dead. So yeah, it's good to know that I'm not alone in that. But I will be voting for both of those nominees for No Man's Sky. Now, in both categories, it's up against some Helldivers 2. I also play Helldivers 2. Helldivers 2 is an awesome game, and they're very vocal with their community as well. What I would say with Hello Games and their community outreach, a lot of it is done via Twitter, and usually it's a singular emoji, things like that. Now, they do have a Zendesk, and you can hit up the Zendesk and it lists all the known faults and things. But something that I feel that Hello Games needs to address is for Nintendo Switch 1 players. There's been no real statement, no real announcement when it comes to Nintendo Switch 1 and what the state of play is when it comes to the Corvettes, even these Expedition reruns, or any sort of new updates and contents for Nintendo Switch 1. Despite sort of like posts showing contrary to that, saying that Corvettes is out for the Nintendo Switch. Well, jums, I've got myself a cup of tea to hand, and I'm waiting for that website to come into working order. Apparently this happens every year. Normally I wait a day or 2 anyway, and then cast my votes. I'm usually quite late to the table, to be honest. Today I figured, well, I'm waiting for the No Man's Sky new expedition to trip in, which is tomorrow. So if you're still running Beachhead, you've got the remainder of today. And at the end of today, well, I think at about 1 o'clock, I think it comes to a close. The next expedition will start tomorrow. And let me just remind myself, I think it's Expedition Titan. Let's go and have a quick look-see. Okay, I'm over on the old No Man's Sky website, and we're looking at the holiday expeditions. If we scrolling them down, you can see here, Beachhead ends on the 18th of November, which is today. And I think it'll be about 1, maybe 2 o'clock that it'll come to an end. And then we start Titan. Yes, the Titan expedition from November the 19th through to the 2nd of December. So yeah, about 2 weeks or so. And this one is pretty darn cool. At least it was the first time around. The first time around, it had us landing like on a giant gas giant with neighbouring moons. We had to catalogue the moons. And each of them were pretty darn cool planets and moons, to be fair. So I'm looking forward to doing that again, to see what they've actually got up for us in Titan. After Titan is Relics. And yeah, there are 5 bones that you can't get any other way apart from inside the Relics expedition. And you actually get them from the campsites where the bone vendor is. So be careful you don't miss them. Right, anyway, so there's that. That takes us through to the 16th of December. Now from, oh, we've got a new subscriber. Willman Andro. Nice one. Thank you, Willman Ando. But yeah, after that, on the 16th of December, I'm actually going away. We're going to be staying at a friend's house. Well, when I say friend's house, it's like an Airbnb that we've all rented together. So we're going to be staying there, and I'm actually going to be there until about the 23rd of December. So when I do get back, it's obviously Christmas. And then with festive shenanigans, I might not be able to cover Corvettes until maybe the last couple of days, maybe around the 29th of December. I might put a video out for Corvettes, which doesn't give people a lot of a chance to watch it. But yeah, I doubt I'm going to be away. I'm going to be away through to the 23rd. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to get to do Corvette. But Breach, from the 31st to the 13th of January, I should be able to redo the Breach one. But there we go, people. That's my plan over the festive period when it comes to No Man's Sky content. Have I got any more No Man's Sky news? Yes, I do. Don't go away. So Sean Murray's feed is full with the Golden Joystick Awards and also now the Game Awards, because they've got nominations in both shows. So we've got the Golden Joystick Awards happening, I believe, on the 20th of November. I'll double check that in a moment. But the awards show for the Game Awards isn't until the 11th of December, and I'm thoroughly looking forward to that. But yeah, a lot of stuff around the Game Awards and Golden Joystick Awards. We'll touch on the Golden Joysticks in a moment. What I wanted to touch on here was this post by Sean of the Murrays. Let me just come off the screen a little. Because Simmer 2 is actually playing No Man's Sky. Now, what I was wondering whether this might mean is perhaps maybe Hello Games could use Simmer 2 or another AI agent to actually pilot NPC ships or corvettes and add NPC players into the verse. Especially if you're playing solo, it'll make it feel a little bit more alive if they did introduce some nearby NPC players to you. I mean, that could be quite cool. But yeah, very interesting. I mean, if I just turn the volume on
and
this,
what it plans to do.
I'll rewind it a little. There you go.
This isn't a person playing a video game. It's Simmer 2, our most capable AI agent for virtual worlds. Worlds that are complex, responsive, and ever-changing, just like ours. Unlike earlier models, Simmer 2 goes beyond simple actions to navigate and complete difficult, multi-step tasks. It understands multimodal prompts. And if you ask, Simmer 2 will explain what it can see and what it plans to do next. Simmer 2 can learn, reason.
Now, chums, I kind of feel that this might be more so for Light No Fire. So why do I say that? Well, Light No Fire is going to be a giant world that we're all playing on together, right? Now, if you think of No Man's Sky's peak players, you're looking at about 100,000 players that were online at one given time when they launched, like, Voyagers. Well, what if Light No Fire, when that launches, hopefully it's going to be just as popular, if not more popular, has 100,000 players online at once on a planet the size of Earth? Well, just to put it into context, Venezuela has roughly, Latvia has about a 100,000 population, and Latvia's quite a small country in space, okay? You're not 100,000 people on a planet that size. Chances of you bumping into somebody on a small continent could be very remote and very small. Okay, just to even put this into even more context, okay, there's a little mini city near to where I am called Milton Keynes, about a 40-minute drive away. The population there is 288,000, and that was the census of 2025. That's not a lot of people to then spread across a whole planet. Milton Keynes is quite tiny. Okay, so just to put it into more context for people that don't live in the UK, this is England, and that little red dot in the middle there, that's the Milton Keynes. Okay, it's freaking tiny. And when you consider how small the UK is, Milton Keynes is teeny tiny, people. Yeah. So that hopefully that puts that into context. I mean, the world is a big place. So, if they did have NPC quest givers, NPC characters that were actually controlled by AI, how cool would it be to be able to just switch on your mic and go over to them and say, "Hello, how can I help you?" No, they actually respond. "Oh, little Timmy's got lost in a mine." "Oh, okay, when did you last see little Timmy?" And maybe they could actually converse back to you, or even lead you to the mine, or go with you on the quest. I'm hoping that Light No Fire does something, although that it's ambitious as a world, I'm hoping that they do something ambitious, introducing AI into the mix of the game when it comes to quests, missions, and all that sort of stuff, to make it a little bit more organic, living, breathing, procedural. Every time you play, you're going to get something different happen. That would be freaking amazing. And especially if that AI learns and evolves with the players as they're playing, I think that could be something that would be revolutionary for gaming. And Hello Games are the company that seems to be able to push the boat out and to change the paradigm shift. I mean, it's like the seamless travel in No Man's Sky, taking off from planet to planet. I mean, that was just, for its day, it was like, what the flying fudge just happened? This is insanely cool. So I'm hoping that they do something like that inside of Light No Fire. And I think AI sort of NPCs could be that. Sound off in the comments, let me know what you think. Or do you think that it was just Simmer being trained on No Man's Sky, even though Hello Games put out a post about this like years ago, because I remember doing a video on it. If I can find my old video on it, I'll put a link up there so you can go hit it up. It was at least a year ago. It was a while ago anyway, but I've already done this with DeepMind in the past. I've actually found the post, people. I found the post. So I'll jump on over to the old Twitterverse. It was actually March 2024. So this has been a cool to be part of. AI agents from DeepMind learning to play No Man's Sky. Mind blown. When the robots apocalypse comes, we can simply continue making updates for the robots. Yeah. So there we go. I mean, back in 2024, they already announced that they worked with DeepMind and Simmer. So it's not new news. So it's repeating the same news, but with Simmer too. I kind of feel that Hello Games might have a decent relationship with DeepMind and Simmer 2, to the point that perhaps things have evolved a little bit from 2024. Do you see my logic in this? Do you think there could be something to this, people in the viewerverse? Now, chums, I have some more news. It's a little bit odd, but I'm over on the No Man's Sky Assistant app. And as you can see here, research progress 1 of 1. It doesn't seem to be linking up to the reward system properly. Now, I have reached out to Kurt to ask if something's happened inside the number and sequences inside of the actual app, because the app is completely foobarred. The actual app on my phone is not working when it comes to tracking Quicksilver items. The website still lists them in numbered order, but I think something might have gone wrong around 105 or something. But we're not seeing the next stack of Quicksilver items that may appear during this sort of holiday festive period. Now, a lot of the time they do pause them when they're doing reduxes, because some of the reduxes have community milestones, like Beach, the Beachhead one, had a community milestone to complete before it tripped over to the next stage. But if there isn't a community linked expedition thing, normally the Quicksilver store continues on even though the expedition's going. Doesn't look like that's going to be the case right now. It does look like they've completely shut down and paused the Quicksilver store for the full of the Redux over the festive period. Little odd, because other years I don't think they've done that completely. I think they've had Quicksilver as well as some expeditions running at the same time, and you could still get new Quicksilver rewards. I'm fairly sure over festive periods before we've unlocked wintry like Quicksilver items over the festive period. I could be wrong though. See, when I log into the Game Awards over on Edge, it does that. It loads in, it even logs me in, and it looks like it's actually working. It actually finishes loading, which is brilliant. And as soon as I hit vote now though, that's when it comes up with an error saying failed to load in nominees. While we've got that happening on Edge, let me just show you what happens when I do the same thing over on Google Chrome. So if I hit nominees here, it doesn't really move on from this. It just comes up with failed to load the website. It's knackered. Oh, hold on. If I hit sign in, oh, hold on. Yeah, let's log in with Google. This is taking me a little bit further. Yes, log me in. Yeah, continue. Yes. Okay, well, this is a little bit further now with Google Chrome. Let's hit vote now. Come on. One step further, people. Chums, I'll just jump back over to Edge to see if we've got any further with Edge, and I've now got start voting on a new button. It looks like the website is slowly waking. Oh no! I've reached the edge! But the website is actually a little bit more responsive at the moment. I think, give it an hour or two, I might be able to get in and actually do the vote. Because this is looking a little bit more promising. Come on, you know you want to. Let's see how Google Chrome's doing. Oh yeah, let's get. They're both sort of responding a little bit better now. Huh. It says me after I click that button. It says no. The computer says no. Start voting. Come on, Edge. You can do it. Part of me thinks maybe if I do a restart, clear out all my cache, then go in, I might be able to get a little bit further. I just imagine that the traffic to this site right now is freaking mental. But, you know, I'm in the UK. I wouldn't have thought the traffic would pick up until about maybe 2 p.m. when the US starts to wake up. So this should be working. It should be freaking working right now. Chums, I think I'm in. Okay, tell others to vote. No, I want to do my voting. Yes, so here we go. Okay, Game of the Year. Which one do I think deserves Game of the Year out of all of these? I haven't actually played any of them. I've not played any of these games, but I have seen them being played. And Claire Obscura Expedition 33, out of all of these, if I was actually going to pick up and play a game, it would be that one. That one looks really quite cool. I mean, the only thing that's put me off of doing it is mainly because you kind of have to get into a rhythm doing your attacks and things, and doing that live and trying to read the live chat. I don't think I've got the nous to do it. So there we go. No, next category. I don't want to break anything, you know. Next category. So that's my vote. Oh man. Every time I click a button, I'm freaking nervous. Has that actually worked? Oh, this is like pulling teeth. This website is terrible, isn't it? Oh, best game direction. Okay, right. Split Fiction. That looked interesting, but it's not really appealing to me, you know. Hades, Ghost of Yotei, very nice. Death Stranding. And also Claire Obscura 33. Award for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. Well, I think there needs to be more games that are co-op play, like Split Fiction. I liked the idea. I just didn't see representation there for me, and I just didn't overly gel with the game, sort of like a narrative. But I do like the idea. I would like to see more games do that. So I'm gonna vote for Split Fiction. I'm gonna vote for Split Fiction on that one. I know other people go, "What are you doing, Steve?" Well, it's a new idea, and I want to push the boundaries of gaming. You know, this whole copy-pasted dribble is just dribble at the end of the day, isn't it? Okay, right. Best narrative for outstanding storytelling and narrative development in game. Well, I kind of feel that Claire Obscura Expedition 33, again, the actual story is pretty darn cool. Death Stranding 2, although that it's got a really weird, messed up story, it's kind of like trying to follow 12 Monkeys or something. You know, it makes your head hurt. I'm gonna go for Claire Obscura. I'm sorry, but yeah, that's what I'm going for. And because that, I've watched people play that all the way through, and it is actually an interesting watch. If I was to bring any game out of all of these to my channel, it would be that. Best art direction for outstanding creative and or technical achievement in artistic design and animation. I think Ghost of Yotai had a lot of sort of like moments of draw on the floor when it comes to how it looked. I'm gonna go for that. I mean, I know a lot of people will probably say Hollow Knight, Silk Song. It is beautiful as well. It's a tricky one because that's more artistic, hand-drawn-y type stuff, where this is more 3D visuals and blossom falling off of trees across a lake with reflections. You know, it's completely different kettle of fish. Best score and music for astounding music, inclusive score. You know what? All the music that I heard in Claris was freaking phenomenal. It was orchestral level. It was bloody gorgeous. I'm going for that. Has that registered my vote? Vote placed. Next category. There's 29 categories. This is going to take me a little while. Bloody hell, Claire Obscura 33 is in every single one of these. Okay, best audio design. Well, yeah. Okay. You know what? You know what should be on here is Ark. Ark Raiders. Ark Raiders should be on here because the sound in that, the guns sound so realistic, the echoes, the robots. Ark should be on here. And it's not. Which sucks. You know what? I'm gonna go for Death Stranding. I'm gonna at least vote for Death Stranding on that, you know? Because the sound effects and everything in that do sort of really add to it. It is nice, you know. Even all the footsteps and everything sound like proper footsteps. I'm going to go for that one. I'm treating this as sound effects, you know. Next category. Best performance. You see, I don't know who any of these people are really. I'm going to go for the lady that was actually in Expedition 33. I mean, the lady's voice was more captivating than the guy, in my opinion. So I'm going to go for the lady. Okay, here we go. Next category. Sweet. I mean, Troy Baker did a bloody good job, though. Anyway. But, you know, it only came out on Xbox, so, you know, there is that. Cool. Innovation and accessibility. Well, I've only played one of these games, and it was Doom: The Dark Ages. But Doom: The Dark Ages, for me, it took Doom back to the Dark Ages. I got bored. I gave up playing it halfway through. It's not a game I rate, and it's not a game that I would say go out and play. So yeah, that's just a throwaway vote just to move me on to the next category. Games for impact. What? A thought-provoking game with pro-social meaning or message. Well, that's probably why I haven't played any of these, to be honest. I've watched this being played, and I did like the giant talking frog in it. I'm just going to vote for that for completely the wrong reason. Yeah, because I don't know any of the others. You know, the altars would have been a good one, wouldn't it? Because you actually get to see somebody that's branched off mentally and fractured into different alters. The alters should have been on there, in my opinion, because it shows just how mentally fragile we all are. The alters should have been on there for... That's my opinion anyway. Best ongoing. Awarded to the game for outstanding development of ongoing content that evolves the player experience over time. Now, I think Helldivers 2 is doing that with this interactive map, and they actually do announcements, and they bring you into the universe, and you actually feel like you're spreading democracy. I honestly think Helldivers 2 is doing a fantastic job of doing that, and they've actually broken the mold and made it feel like actual role play. I love what Helldivers 2 is doing, but the fact that No Man's Sky is a game that's like 10 years old, and it's always evolving, and it's pushing its own physical boundaries, and it's the game that is the bread and butter of my channel, and it is my favourite game of all time, I have to give the vote to No Man's Sky. But that is a very close vote, because I do love what Helldivers 2 is doing. Next category. Let's move on. This is good fun. I should just click the share button of that last vote to stick it onto the old Twitterverse. Let's see if it has actually worked. Yeah, there we go. And cast my vote at the Game Awards, and it says error loading content. The website's still a little bit broken. It's a little bit broken. Anyway, here we go. Best independent game for astounding creativity and technical achievement in game made. Outstanding publisher systems. Ooh. Ball Pit all the way. If you haven't seen me playing Ball Pit, I've got a whole playlist. It's a freaking awesome game. If I honestly think this should be in the nominees for Game of the Year. It's freaking amazing. I really like it. I mean, a lot of people are saying, Captain Steve, you just put that up against Expedition 33. You nutter. Yeah, well, I'm going to share that out as well. There we go. Let's post that too. Kapow. Hopefully those errors will disappear in a bit and it'll be lovely jubbly. But there we go. Next category. I know, Claire Obscura. Look, Expedition 33 is going to wipe the floor because it's in so many different categories. I've got to show some support for Ball Pit. It's such a cool game. Kenny Son, I really, really like your game, mate. It's freaking great. Best debut indie game. Again, Ball Pit should be there, but, you know, I'm going to probably go Claire Obscura 33. But people, if you haven't played Megabonk's insane. I mean, I haven't played it myself. I've seen a lot of people playing Megabonk, and it is mega and very bonking. Yeah, you just go around clouting enemies. It's like a roguelite, but it's mental. It's really, really quite fun looking. But yeah, Claire Obscura, you've got my vote yet again. Heck yes. Right, moving on. We're not even halfway yet, people. Johns, I had to wait probably around 3 minutes before it moved on. I mean, you've got to be very, very patient with this website. And this is actually running in, I believe, Edge at the moment, or is this Chrome? I think this might be Chrome, actually. But anyway, okay, let's have a look. Best mobile game. For the best game playable on a mobile device, well, I kind of think it's Puzzles and Dragon X, the latest Puzzle and Dragon. And, well, that's not there. I also like Blue Protocol on my mobile. That's also not there. So I guess we have to vote on the ones that are. Well, I did play for this. I did play Pretty Derby for a little while. And you know what? It was actually quite good fun. It was a bit weird, though. You know, I felt a little bit conscious playing it in public. Or even Ivy, you know, my missus going, why do you even like this game? Do you like the girls in it? I'm like, no, it's actually a really fun game, honest. I uninstalled it in the end, people, because it just doesn't look good playing that sort of game when you're my age and you've already got yourself a missus. Even though the game is a lot of bloody fun, it's not one you can just sit there and play whenever you want. Let's just put it that way. Okie dokie, best VR AR for the best game experience playable in the virtual or augmented reality, irrespective of platform. Well, I play a lot of VR, and I've played Arcane Age. Freaking awesome, that. Ghost Town, oh my days, that game is cool. Lots of puzzles to solve. Very cool, that one. I mean, this has got puzzles as well. This is like being Predator from out of the Aliens and Predator movies, you know, the Predator. It feels like you're playing as the Predator. But the enemies felt a little bit repetitive in that. Although all the weapons felt very varied and the weapons are really cool, I just put it down because I got a little bit bored of the enemies. I've not played that one, Alien Rogue Incursion, mainly because I think I'd end up needing new trousers. I think I'd cack myself. I haven't played the Midnight Walk either, and no one can play this right now. Marvel's Deadpool VR, as far as I'm aware, isn't out right now. Oh, chums, it gets released today, on the 18th of November. But, fudging heck! No one's really got to play it right now. It's one that I do want to play, though. It is one that I want to pick up, but I just don't know whether I want to pay full price for it, because as far as I'm aware, it's not cheap. Oh, look, I've just gone over to see if I can actually purchase a Kate. No, I can't. You can't actually play it until 10 PST. So I can't really vote on a game I haven't played, but, you know, let's go by the trailer then, shall we? Let's have a quick little look at the trailer.
My massive, galaxy-spanning streaming network is expanding.
Nice imagery.
Oh, it's got mojo in it.
Eyeballs. I need talent.
Now that is efficient exposition.
The biggest.
Oh, Omega Red.
That is faster
Don't know her.
recruiter across time and space. They require
Ultimo,
persuasion.
Look who it is. Spyro Gyro, a deluxe portal
Spiral?
for 2, if you please.
Adoring fans will be watching your every move.
Fighting on a reality show to the cheers of trillions.
Minimum effort!
I have little tolerance for low ratings.
Okay.
Gee.
Okay. That does actually look really quite cool. I love all the comic book sort of art style on that as well. It's got to either be Ghost Town or Marvel's Deadpool. Right. Which one do I land on? I think I've hit. I kind of knew I moved the mouse to the right, to be honest, people. That really wasn't a random vote. I'm going Deadpool. Yeah, I mean, I love the humor in the Deadpool movies. Let's just hope that some of that carries into the game. But Ghost Town really should have got the vote because it's out. You know. Okay, right. Oh, best action game. For the best game in action genre, focused primarily on combat. I'm going to go Shinobi. Art of Vengeance. I know it's only 2D, but I do like all the double jumping, the throw-in of the shurikens. Doom Dark Ages just really didn't hit home for me. It really didn't. I'm going to hit Shinobi Art of Vengeance, and that is a game that I was hoping to add to my catalogue and actually pick up and play. I just don't think anybody would want to watch me play it, you know? Best Action Adventure? Well, I think it's got to be Ghost of Yotai on that one. Even though I don't like all the combat system in Ghost of Yotai. But that's not what we're voting for. We're voting on combat. Oh, yes, we are voting on combat. Okay, we are voting on combat. And I hated the combat inside of that. I thought it was... No, I'm going to change my vote. I'm changing my vote. I'm going to go... Death Stranding for combat. Seriously. It just feels a little bit haphazard at times, the combat in Death Stranding. Right? I mean, you got a load of freaking parcels on your back. You know what? I'm gonna go Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight. I think that's got the most fun combat system with traversal and puzzle solving. Yeah, puzzle solving. Yeah, I'm gonna go for that. I'm gonna go for that one. Is that actually loading? It's not. Oh, I'm gonna have to hit refresh. Oh, don't break. Oh, fudge. Fudge diddly fudge. Dang it! Chums, make sure you make the right vote the first time. That was hideous. Right, there we go. Next. This website is just so heavily trafficked right now, I think. But this is early UK time. I'm surprised. It's struggling right now. Okay, 17. Now we're just over halfway. Nice. Okay, best RPG. For the best game designed with rich player character customization, progression including massively multiplayer experiences. Alrighty then. Right. And these are the choices, right? Okay. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, I think, lets you actually live out your medieval experience. But as far as I'm aware, isn't it solo? Isn't Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 a solo experience? So what? Why is that? Why is that there? Yeah, no multiplayer. It's single player only. All right. Well, I don't think I can vote on it for that one reason. It's the Outer Worlds. I think that's solo too, isn't it? Right. I'm going to go for the one that I've played and the one I know most about. I'm going to go for Monster Hunter Wilds. Even though Monster Hunter Wilds, as good as I think Monster Hunter is, I think it fell short of Monster Hunter World. I think Monster Hunter World was a better experience than Monster Hunter Wilds. And I think Monster Hunter Wilds, the reason being, is they made all the graphics feel so muddy and diluted and dull. It's a bit of a shame. They just need to do a graphical overhaul. In my opinion, improve the shaders, improve the textures, and I think Monster Hunter Wilds will be a hit. But with it being so muddy, it's just not a beautiful game. Okay, best fighting for the best game design, primarily around head-to-head combat. All right, so the old, yeah. I'm gonna say Capcom Fighting Collection 2. I think it's actually got Children of the Atom inside of there. I really like the Marvel vs. Capcom series as well. So I'm going for that one. And I believe I own that one. Yeah, not that it drew any views when I played it, but there we are. Next category. Sweet. I did like Dragon Ball Z Fighters. That was really cool. Internal server error. Please try again in 30 seconds. 30. There we go. Boom. Let's try again. Chums, if you get thrown out like I just did, you have to keep clicking next until you get all the way up to where you was. There's no jump to like where I was. Continue voting. This is painful. 10 years later. Right, best family. Okay, for the best game appropriate for family play, irrespective of genre or platform, I'm gonna go Mario Kart World. I've seen it being played and it looks freaking awesome. You've seen that I've got goddaughters, right? The Yassi and Cyrell that come around every now and again. They've got a Nintendo Switch 2 and they've got Mario Kart World. It's brilliant. Brilliant. Okay, chums, so I've actually got two browsers open. So when one fails, I'm just copying the URL from the top of one, pasting it into the other, and then I can continue voting. And I'm signed into both. So I'm using a mixture of Edge and Fire and Chrome. Okay, right, best sim strategy. I loved Jurassic Park World Evolution 2. I haven't played the third one yet. That is an awesome game, and I have watched Worthabai's review of it, and he says if you like the second one, you're going to love the third one. I think that's going to get my vote. Although that I said about the altars earlier, I don't know whether that's the best sim game. I mean, yes, you do sort of build out your wheel, but out of all of these, I'd say the only real sim games there for me is Civilization and Jurassic World. I mean, that's a tactic combat game, right? I'm going to go Jurassic World just because it fits the actual award. Okay, let's carry on. Okay, right, best sports racing. Well, okay, yeah, I guess Gran Turismo hasn't done anything for a little while, have they? But I wouldn't say any of these are like actual real gamey ones, you know. How is football? That's football, right? I'm so freaking confused. I'm going to go for that. There's another football one. How is this racing? Oh, that's just so broken. Those two should not be there. Seriously, how? I don't know. This feels just stupid. Okie dokie, best multiplayer for outstanding online multiplayer gameplay and design, including co-op and massively multiplayer experience, irrespective of game genre or platform. Righty-ho. This is going to annoy people. I'm going for Peak. I mean, I know a lot of people are playing Arc Raiders, but Arc Raiders, I'm going Peak. I'm going Peak. I love all the lip syncing with the mouths and everything, and it's just so freaking fun to watch. I'm going Peak. I think Peak has done something, just showing that with simple graphics, just adding a little bit of the voice syncing. It's just brilliant. It's brilliant, isn't it? It's brilliant. Best adaptation. Recognizing outstanding creative work that faithfully and authentically adapts a video game to another entertainment medium. I really liked freaking One Piece. Well, then again, One Piece was anime. It's not really a video game, or it probably has been a video game. Devil May Cry, really? I haven't seen that. I'm gonna have to get on that and watch it. I'm gonna go Minecraft movie. I'm going Minecraft movie, and yeah, there we go. Let's move that on. But yeah, it's not really gaming, is it? But there we are. Okay, while I'm waiting for the vote to move on, just a little bit of a heads up. I am hoping to play Spaceborne 2 when the official 1.0 update drops. It's going to happen at some point today. I mean, it's very early here in the UK. But, yeah, it hasn't happened yet. Hasn't happened yet. I'll let you know if it does happen. Okie dokie. Most anticipated game. Recognized an announcement game that has demonstrably illustrated potential to push the gaming media forwards. Well, where's Light No Fire? Where's Light No Fire? Light of Fire! Where are you, Light of Fire? Where are you? Yeah. It is over on the Golden Joystick Awards. The Golden Joystick Awards, Light No Fire, is one of the most anticipated games. I don't know why it's not in this lineup. But out of all of these, which one am I most looking forward to? Well, I went as Wolverine, didn't I? To Halloween. I'm going to say Wolverine. Out of all of these, that is the one that I'm most looking forward to. I mean, Witcher, maybe, but I haven't played... Well, I did play the first Witcher, but the Griffin kept killing me, and I didn't move any far forwards with that. But the Witcher or Marvel's Wolverine would get my vote here. And it's a very close one. Which one am I most likely to play? Probably The Witcher. Which one am I most likely to watch somebody else play? Probably the Wolverine. I think that one's going to be more entertaining, and I think this one is one that I pick up, play, and then give up on. A bit like I did with Dragon's Dogma 2, although that I platinumed Dragon's Dogma 1. I'm going to go Witcher, fudge it. Yeah, I go Witcher. Wolverine is a close second for me, but I'm not interested in any of the others. Sweet! Okay, Content Creator of the Year. Where am I? I'm not on there. Why am I not on there? Yeah, people, one day, people, one day, maybe I might be on there. Yeah, I doubt it. The only one I know, and the only one that I've watched out of all of these, is Moist Critical. I've actually watched Moist Critical. I like his little grabby machine in the background that he's got. He's got his own crane machine that you can actually interact with while he's streaming and stuff. I quite like his take. He's very monotone, but that's him. That's his personality. That's how he's built himself up, like the way that he has. So yeah, Moist Critical has got my vote on that one. Heck yeah. Best sports game, esports game. Oh right, yeah, esports. Okay, so these all have like their own. Yeah, well, the only one that I know is Dota 2, and the only reason I know Dota, well, actually I know League of Legends as well, but I'm gonna go Dota 2. Lex, my stepson, he plays that all the time. He even went out to the Dota Expo that was just happened this year, and he had a freaking fantastic time. Came back with all goodie bags and stuff like that. Cost a small fortune for him to get in though. Okay, and I may as well go for the Dota 2 team if they're there. What? Oh, okay, they're not there. Okay, best esports athlete. I don't know any of these. I don't know any of them. I'm just going to click on one of the Street Fighter ones. Who looks the coolest? I'm going to say he looks pretty darn cool. I like your beard. Yes, I like your beard design. There you go. I'm going for him because he's got the most awesomest of beard. Yeah, there we go. Best esports team. Right, I'll go for the Dota 2 one. Dota 2. There you go. Team Falcons. Team Falcons. I've heard Lex talk about them, so, you know. That's a vote for Lex rather than a vote for me, people. I'll wait for it to go orange and then click next category. Sometimes you get like a little time wheel up there so you know that it's actually moving on to the next page. But when it doesn't, I'm hitting next category to help it along a little bit and then just leave it. Don't touch anything else. Seems to be a bit of a pattern to crashes, and I'm starting to learn them now. Now that I'm on number 28. But hopefully, if you guys are watching this, yeah, it's really finicky. Good luck. Okay, player's voice. Round 1 opens on December the 1st. 30 nominees. Yes, notify me. Notify me indeedy doody. There we go. We'll let you know when you reach each round opening for voting. Nice. Okay, well there we go, people. I think we're all locked in then. Lovely job. So that's all the voting done. Right, well let's jump on over to the old screen. Okay, chums. So the Golden Joystick Awards are not the same as the Game Awards. The Game Awards happens 11th of November. The Golden Joystick Awards are taking place this Thursday. And I think the voting might already be closed on the Golden Joystick Awards. I've already voted on the Golden Joystick Awards. Nominations are now closed September 5th. Yeah, so ages ago. So yeah, I've already voted on this. I've already voted for No Man's Sky for Best Evolving Game. And Most Anticipated Game, I voted for Light No Fire. Now, considering that Light No Fire isn't up for any sort of awards at the Game Awards in December, there's a chance something might get said at the Golden Joysticks. I very much doubt it. I'm putting the chance and likelihood as a very slim to none. I'd say maybe a 5% chance. If Hello Games actually wins an award for Light No Fire or No Man's Sky, they might say 2026 is going to be a big year for our studio because we've got a new game on the horizon. They might say something along those lines. I don't think we're going to see a new trailer at the Golden Joysticks Awards. The Golden Joysticks Awards isn't really the place for that sort of thing to happen. So I honestly think if we are going to see anything, it's going to be in December at the Game Awards ceremony. So yeah, the Game Awards takes place on the 11th of December. I mean, it was with Jeff Keighley back in 2023 that Sean Murray, was it 2023 or 2024? Probably 2024. I don't know. Got on the 2023. Got on the stage and announced Light No Fire. I think we might see something December the 11th. But I'm still excited for the Golden Joysticks happening this Thursday. I will be watching. I probably won't be streaming it. I don't really do that sort of thing, doing live reactions. You get too many flags through YouTube when you do that. But anyway, peeps, I think that's pretty much everything I've got for you. And so yeah, I'm hoping December the 11th we get to hear more about this beautiful game, Light No Fire. That's what I'm hoping, people. Anyway, so that's all my news for No Man's Sky, the Game Awards. There was a lot in this video. I wasn't expecting this video to be so long. Sorry it's been long. But anyway, hopefully you're going to get on over. Hopefully you can get voting. Hopefully you've seen some of my headaches with the voting. And hopefully it removes some of yours. So yeah, there's a couple of workarounds. Have two browsers open. Copy and paste the URL over every time it crashes. And you don't have to keep clicking next like I was originally doing, like a complete tool. Until next time, goodbye, goodbye, and goodbye again.
the galactic center.